Hello everyone, how you doing? This video shouldn't be very long, hopefully not. I wanted to talk to you guys about Mercury, who has just came out of his shadow phase. No, unfortunately I didn't do a video about this. I know I commented somewhere that I couldn't track down either, but it had to do with the vaccine passport, more so the threats of the jobs of you needing to be vaccinated for employment. And this stuff was being implemented or discussed during Mercury retrograde. And so we can see that I'm in Ontario just an hour ago or whatever. This page is maybe half an hour old, so this one would probably be half an hour now. Here, let's refresh it just so we have it clearer. Anyhow, whatever. Within the past couple hours, Ford has announced that the COVID-19 vaccine mandate won't stand for healthcare workers. So we can start to see some of these things starting to be lifted. The government's always first. The businesses will soon follow, I believe. I just wanted to kind of go over the chart even. Okay, so here I have us at September 6th, where September 6th was actually a new moon in Virgo. Here's a few hours. There, new moon in Virgo on the September 6th. And Mercury's at 10 degrees of Libra. So it's about 3 weeks. This is where Mercury starts his shadow. So 3 weeks later you could see station retrograde. So Mercury is about to turn retrograde here. Then he goes retrograde for 3 weeks. So 3 weeks later he's back at that 10 degrees Libra and stationed again. He climbs out of his shadow quicker than 3 weeks for some reason, because here we see 3 weeks later he's actually at 4 Scorpio. I just wanted to go back here for a second. So 25 degrees Libra is where he ended. Okay, now let me just go back to 25 Libra, which is yesterday, because today we're the 3rd. So November 2nd, yesterday, Mercury is back at that final degree where he is now today out of his shadow. Today he is out of his shadow, and Ford announces exactly that. So I had said that somewhere, and unfortunately I didn't document it, I guess, but here I wanted to show you guys something else here. This video here, it was released on the 21st of September. However, it was the 2nd of September when it was filmed. And this woman is a microbiologist, and she's speaking at a city council in Dawson Creek, British Columbia. She's talking about the Nuremberg Code and different things, and I feel it's a very powerful speech. And this was said just a few days before Mercury entered his shadow. But this conversation, this video, was being passed around around then, right? And so people were starting to receive this information and talk about this information, and maybe even taking action on this information. Perhaps even Dawson City Council started to examine the information deeper. And so I feel like this kind of speech here is now going to start making some ground. So I'll share this speech link in the comments so you guys can check it out yourselves. But yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with astrology. Some of astrology gives me faith and hope for the future in the face of dark times. And then other times I feel like, which is strange enough, September 6th, which was when Mercury entered his shadow, something started to fall apart in my life, because the day before was the last night of the Leo moon cycle, where Venus was transiting my North Node, fated events in the second house of Libra, which is self-value, really, like a relationship to self. So, but with Venus there being value, and this amazing woman came into my life, and being Leo season, it takes a courageous act, because it's the most manifesting time of year, and I failed to do that courageous act. I don't know if I had a pretty intense cry this morning about how I feel like I'm ruining my life, that I perhaps have ruined my life, because I didn't take that courageous act then, and I really, the following day, on the day where Mercury went retrograde, I broke down and fell back into my insecure, into my old patterns, into my old cycles that I haven't managed to break. Virgo being my first house, being a time where I can reprogram myself, really, like a new me could come out. And I feel like that event really sabotaged or hindered a new me coming out. And now that Mercury's out of that phase, I didn't even, I knew Mercury was around there, but I didn't dig into it until later because of this other stuff. And anyhow, I had this really intense cry because I see Venus's pattern, Venus entering into Capricorn tomorrow, where she's going to be for a very rare and unique 4-month stay, where she's going to cross over Pluto 3 times. Pluto at that Pluto return degree from where America got founded in 1776. The final pass that Venus goes over Pluto, she will actually be hand in hand with Mars, who, this is also something very rare, she will be in a 5-week over 5 week hand-in-hand stay with Mars. Very tight for 5 weeks, like within a degree. And I just, in so many ways, I feel like I sabotaged all this Venus and Mars energy. But then again, this is going to be a new Venus-Mars cycle starting. But the cycle of it crossing over my node is really what hit me. And I don't know. It's causing me to challenge my fears, I guess, to face my fears. And, I'm in the middle of watching Wonder Girl here, her astrology forecast for the new moon that's happening tomorrow in Scorpio. Finding your strength, as well as, what degree is it at again? Inside Degrees by Ellis Lonsdale. We are in Scorpio. What degree was it again? Scorpio 12, perhaps? I see 12 is a different color. Yeah, this is it. A young man with a frail body, but a beautiful and noble face. Old roots crumbling, new self emerging, historical underpinnings not very strong. The vision of what can be burns bright and clear. You've been held back for a long time by questions about health and safety, viability and durability. I like this health and safety part for our time that we're in right now. Always seeming on the way out, yet the internal image of who you are intended to become looms large and seeks to become incarnated. That's a little bit of what I was crying about this morning, I guess. The battle between what could never be and what must be emerges. The underlying feeling, what could never be and what must be. These things give me some hope. The underlying feeling tone is that somehow, barely despite all odds, the infinite one can be born directly in the shell of the one who could not be. So I feel very much like the shell of the one who could not be, because I did not act in that courage September 5th, which I broke down in September 6th and have kind of been on rocky ground since, I guess. But the infinite one could be born directly in the shell of the one who could not be. That's a pretty promising statement. And then all bets are off. Absolutely anything is possible. So I really like that. And the full moon is in Taurus, I believe. 27 degrees Taurus, I think it was. Yeah, a man sculpting hedges into animal farms. So if we want to get the full view of the Scorpio moon cycle, you might as well look at the full moon, which will be in Taurus. So a man sculpting hedges into animal forms, making a great deal of something out of almost nothing, is the mark of fantasy or inhibited imagination. You prefer to present with basic, simple, and ordinary things. Inside your soul, you turn these into what they originally were, releasing their primal power. When alchemy runs this close to the bone, it is astounding what it can do. Tackling long-standing knots and obstacles of every kind is sensed as nourishment and opportunity. So that's a pretty nice sentence that resonates with me a lot. A sacrificial incarnation can best frame itself in fantasy and imagination, and thereby hug the edge between worlds perfectly. The path is to stay under while peeking over the top, and to play it as straight as can be while coming from an irrepressible source that can come through this particular form with flying colors. So it seems like it's going to be a very difficult, slow moving month that may seem like we're not getting anywhere, but in the end this this particular situation that we're facing is one that, because it's so deeply rooted to the bone, that we're destined to pass with flying colors. Now, that might not work for absolutely everybody, those who are conscious, those who are doing their work, who are paying attention, who have built a foundation of hope just in the face of all this tragedy. So that's kind of what I feel there. The video is, it's not that long actually. I was thinking we were approaching 25 minutes or so, but no, we're pretty short. So yeah, I said what I had to say. We got some interesting times ahead. So this Venus entering into Capricorn for 4 months. So all of November, all of December, all of January, right up to February 4th. Wait a minute. Why did I see one? I could have sworn I saw in February she was still in Capricorn. She is still in Capricorn in February 4th. So December 4th will be 1 month. January, till March 4th. That's why. So all the way till March 4th, Venus, and look, Venus is still with Mars here. 1 degree. Pluto is actually almost at 28 degrees there. And these guys are early 28 degrees. So on March 3rd, March 4th, 1 more day, and they're out of the sign, I believe. Well, maybe not on the 4th, but right about there anyhow. So early March is the wrapping up energy, really, and the catalyst energy for the following year in astrology. Because in astrology, the new year is actually the spring equinox, Aries season, which is approximately March 21st. So that there is that last, moon cycle, Pisces season, energy wrapping up, right? Pisces, the 12th sign, the sign of completion or undoing. So really, this energy right now carries through. We're at basically the beginning, or maybe the midpoint, because it's been working since March to complete in February. So complete basically at the beginning of March, which started anyways, you get what I'm saying, and I don't want to ruin the video and make it any longer, so I'm going to stop it here. You get what I'm saying anyhow, that we got an interesting winter to tackle here. Pluto, that Pluto degree is we may see the economy collapse. I feel like, all kinds of institutions are going to crumble or going to transform. Anyhow, I'm hoping more crumble. I really hope that the powers of the elite power, plutocracy, right? Capricorn foundation, structure, institutions let's see what happens. This is a year to remember for sure. Now, I don't want to get anyone's hopes up too much either. Expect Pluto doesn't leave Capricorn until 2024, but then comes back into Capricorn and doesn't exit Capricorn for good until 2025. 2024, there's some interesting stuff. I think Pluto changes signs right on January 1st. It's also 2024 is that second great American eclipse. I'm hoping to go to Newfoundland actually for 2024. That's where the day turns into night, where the eclipse first hits ground in the Americas. So, interesting times ahead. Thanks again for watching, and see you guys soon. Bye.